Hi, the Ninja reporters are back with a new recording of the featured speakers for the Workplace Ninja Summit in Lucerne this year. Harjit.
Oh my God! We got a great speaker and a friend of ours, Sami Laiho. I mean, he's known from corner to corner of the world here, especially for Windows and security. Like, Sammy, welcome.
Thank you so much. And
And
coming in
yeah,
from
go
a
ahead.
very dark corner of a hotel room, so I'm happy if you can even see me, but here I am.
You know, it
But
kind of fits your role. Doing the stealthy, security. So you're in the
Shady
dark
hacker.
a little bit.
the only thing you miss is a hoodie.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Yeah.
Some green
But
text on the
Sami,
screen.
Sami, for the ones who don't know who Sami is, what are you doing in your normal day job?
I live in hotel rooms and airport lounges, basically. So I travel around the world teaching Windows internals, security, and troubleshooting. I would say I'm also a security architect for a lot of companies. So I design security frameworks and audit environments and try to guide my customers how to stay safe from different forms of cybercrime.
Right.
Yeah. Uh, and I think I love the topics because we're almost in the same space. You're a bit more experienced than I am, but you're teaching me and others as well, but also coming to conferences. What do you like with sharing knowledge on conferences like Workplace Ninja Summit?
I've been teaching in-person events for and in classroom courses for 24 years, more than half of my life. So
Yeah.
I still get the kicks out of seeing light bulbs on people's heads and seeing people when they really understand why we're doing something. Especially, I think I'm a concept level person, so I get the biggest satisfaction comes from seeing people when they actually really understand why they are implementing something. Or on the other hand, if I can see that they really understand how computers or the Windows operating system really works. So I've been a Microsoft MVP for 13 years, and I've honestly always at heart I've always been a teacher. So I love sharing information and helping people out in understanding difficult concepts in a kind of a common sense way, I'd say.
Yeah, I've said in your many of your sessions, and they've not only they are very technical and informative, but you make them fun, and that's how people learn, right? It's not like so rigid that you kind of lose them, but you're making it fun. You're making it, and you're showing under the hood, on the operating system and security things, and oh my God, you can log in without this, you can do that without, and you bring a lot of humor and stuff, which is I think that's why you always shine you know as a world class speaker. So
I've got a 24-year. Um, I've done this like imperial research for 24 years, and after extensive research, I figured out that people actually learn more when they're awake.
yes.
I, I
So I
think I
always
agree.
sometimes people are kind of saying that I should do more stand-up comedy than tech, but I think the combination is actually the best because, in all honesty, I always kind of I always forgive myself for using so much humor for this
Well,
because I
not only that you
people
bring.
learn even if they only learn even if they only learn 50% of stuff on my sessions, then going to a
It's
session
good.
which is boring, you will only learn 25%. So I'm still challenging everyone on the part of people learn by storytelling. That's a known fact.
And Franz, Sami here is not only an expert in the field, but he's also an ambassador for Finland because he does teach people some interesting Finnish words during his sessions. You learn something new.
Yeah.
If you come to Lucerne as and if you join us, then you definitely need to go to the sessions of Sami to learn some Finnish words. What I remember, Sami, that we did last year, we did a podcast recording that's online on our podcast channel's YouTube channel as well. And we talked about all the stuff that companies needs to do. And we talked only about the basic stuff, like MFA, like patching, vulnerability management, that kind of stuff. And what you're saying just a few minutes ago, teaching people, and the way you do that, I think it's really necessary to educate people still in the same way that we did it 5 years ago, probably, because all the basic stuff needs to be done still at the moment at companies, because there is so much to do in that area. Am I right?
Yeah, I've been telling many of my followers that it just feels that the older I get, the more boring I get, because I'm going back to these, like, it's 2024 and every session basically starts by you should patch your operating system and you should have proper backups. And I think we've been telling that for the past 30 years. So in a way, nothing basic has changed. Interesting facts are like HP has sold more tapes in the last year than they did in the past 5 years in total. There are many things that will probably never change, but we've done a good job. I mean, like you said, MFA, but MFA is now not. We just had the new statistics for last year, and again last year, most of ransomware got into companies because of unpatched vulnerabilities instead of phishing, which was there for the last decade as number one. So. Good job.
Yeah.
And if you want to be my English is a bit of it's late because we're recording late. Yeah, I can switch to Dutch, but then no one understands me anymore. But
yeah,
if you want to
speak English.
yeah. But if you want to know more about the topics around this basic stuff, then you need to join us and get your tickets on WPNinjas.eu to join Sami and others in that kind of sessions. It's not your first time in Switzerland, I guess, when you're in September, when you're joining us. What are you like from the place of Lucerne, where the event is? Are there some specific things that you want to visit, probably up front or after the conference?
I mean, I remember this so well. Last year Mirko said that called me and told me to tell my wife as well that he was so sorry that we are far away from Zurich and that we're not in Zurich, but that we have to travel with the train and all. He was like, I mean, we got there and we were like, this is the absolutely coolest venue and absolutely most beautiful place to have a venue that we've ever seen. And I don't understand why he was apologizing all the time, because it is like, it is picture perfect, beautiful. I mean, the bridge over the river and just the whole, even the building itself was like spectacular, but then the lake next to it. And I mean, for me that was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. And it was actually, honestly, like flight in, one train there. I mean, that was super easy. So I was just telling Mirko, like, come on, stop apologizing to people. This was an easy travel and even more like worth it anytime because of just how beautiful it is.
Agree. It's amazing. It's a beautiful place.
So,
all right.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's we did a session about transportation within Switzerland, even from abroad. We're all three of us. We're from abroad, and if you're there, you understand how to travel. What train do you need? Everything is really clear. So I think it's really easy to come over to KKL in Lucerne.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay, let's do that, and let's meet up again, doing some recordings as well on the summit with the three of us, and probably some other guys as well.
Yes.
And looking forward to that.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Sami, and safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
See you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes.